Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the March edition of Tech Tuesday. I'm Ed Lozano, a Western uh, sales engineer here at LiveU, and I've got my colleague Luis Munoz joining us as well. Luis, you got me there?
Guys, can you hear me okay?
Yep, got you there.
All right.
Got you there. Well, awesome. Welcome, everybody. Today, we're going to be talking about Matrix, LiveU Matrix. This may be a tool that you use every day in your workflows. Maybe you're getting affiliate feeds. Maybe you're getting feeds from other sources within your media groups. Or maybe you're just sharing content between yourself and other stations. And we'll talk a little bit about Dynamic Share, which is another great product that you may use in your day-to-day workflow. And if not, we're going to show you a little bit about how that can actually help you. As always, please raise your hand or ask in the Q&A section there any questions. We want this to be as interactive as possible. And if you want to ask verbally, we can unmute you because this is meant to be a informative and collaborative demonstration and continuing education, if you will. A little bit about LiveU Matrix. LiveU Matrix is our fully managed cloud-based distribution solution, meaning that everything works between the cloud and your MMH servers and your field units accordingly. So, for example, maybe you've got a field unit that's coming into your LiveU Central or into your MMH server that you're receiving. You have the option within the system to share that unit into Matrix to get it out to a wider base. So think of Matrix as your point to multi-point distribution. And also, as we said, we're going to talk about dynamic share. That too is another point-to-point or multi-point distribution. A little bit about Matrix. It's really a really great UI. It's very user-friendly. There's a couple of point and clicks, if you will. You can also drag and drop content. You're able to watch it and actually preview images or feeds that are coming in within the GUI there. So, like I said, very easy. You can drag and drop stuff accordingly. But let's get over to the share. Let's take a look at the demo here of the LiveU Matrix. So I'm going to go ahead and share my desktop here. And once you get into LiveU Matrix, and you can access it from the tray, those are the 9 dots from LiveU Central. You open up the tray, you'll have a list of options depending on what your station or affiliate has within their inventory. You'll go down to Matrix and you'll log right into the Matrix UI. So for example, I'm using my colleague Luis's login here. He's got ABC News 1 coming in here on the far left. Let's go ahead and zoom in on that a little bit so we can take a look here. And bear with me here. Here it goes. He's got ABC News 1 here. He's got some CBS News path feeds coming in, as well as I believe there's some CNN stuff in here. So, for example, if you wanted to use this feed, maybe you're getting something from News Source or CBS News Path, the best way to do it is just grab the feed. To do that, let's say that we want to look at this feed from KCBS, for example. I would come right here, and this is the grab icon where I'm highlighting right here. I can click on that, and it's going to open up a dialog box, which will then ask me, hey, where do you want this to go? So you can distribute this a couple of different ways here. We can come in here. Let's go ahead and zoom in here on this. And we can basically select a channel where it goes to. And that's pretty much everything within LiveU Matrix. You can select the destinations where you want it to go. I can come here. I can say, for example, Luis has got one of my servers in there. He's got his transceivers in there. We can select those as destinations. And then you can go in there and say, okay, I want this for a predetermined amount of time. I want this until I manually eject it. So you've got a couple options, you've got a couple options as it relates to that. So we can click on this. We'll send it to his transceiver 1 output. And then we can come down here and hit OK. That will then start up the instance going from the Matrix feed to his MMH server and will be there for a baseband video out. Very easy, very simple to use. A couple of different things within LiveU Matrix. We basically put stuff into columns. So for example, the affiliate distribution feeds, your CNN and news sources all in the first column, sorry. The second columns is our feeds column. So these may be some ad hoc feeds. Maybe it's a distribution share that's coming into you. Maybe it's something within your group or a closed group. Those feeds would appear here. Luis has got a couple feeds coming in here. And then the third column is your local receivers. These are your local MMH receives or receives that you have maybe within your group. So for example, Luis has access to a couple of ones that are outside of his office, but he's also got access to mine as well. The next column we have are pool channels, and pool channels are one to many distribution. So for example, we've got the distribution channels and we've got pool channels and dynamic share, different ways to transmit into Matrix. The pool channels, let's say that you have a court case and 1 week it's one affiliate's time to be the pool camera there. They can take their unit, and if they're part of that pool group, they can route the signal right into the pool group so all the others within the pool can get it. Let's say that it's one affiliate's turn 1 week, the next affiliate comes up next week, it's their turn, et cetera, et cetera. Everybody can grab those feeds out of there. Just like we demonstrated a few minutes ago, we can go in there and we can click on the icon and grab that to our MMH server, or simply just drag it over to our local receive. The next option, or the next way to distribute feeds, are through distribution feeds. And distribution feeds, think of that as, let's say your state's governor's office has a feed that they do regularly. They're the only ones that are allowed to transmit to the distribution feed. So instead of like a pool feed where many others can join in and feed, when it's their turn to feed, the distribution feed or channel is set up where there's one specific encoder or one specific group that's allowed to transmit into that and then broadcast out to the multi-point or to the many destinations or takers. Like I said, at any time, please raise your hand. I want this, Luis and I want this to be as interactive as possible. So if you have questions about the workflow or how it may relate to you and your organization, please ask. That's what we're here for.